Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I want to show you how I use my Derma Stamps on my skin. I will be also showing the products that I use with it, and if a Derma Stamp has left any red marks, I will also show you how to cover up this up with makeup the next day. So if you want to know more about it, then keep watching. So before I start with the Derma Stamp, so I will be using the 0.5 Derma Stamp and on 1mm stamp. This is the one that I will be using only around my eyes and in the smaller areas like the furrow here and on my lips as well. And I also use a 0.5 millimeter Dermaroll as well. I have a full treatment how to do the Dermaroll, so I'm not gonna explain this thoroughly as I have in my my previous video. So go and check it out. I'm gonna put the link below. So basically how I start is I'm starting with a clean skin. I have no product applied. This is how my skin looks like. It's summer in Ireland, and I have, as you can see my dark spots. So basically I just kind of go quickly. I don't really waste time. I just really go like a couple of times. This is quite painful, as this is not a main treatment. This is just only a warm-up. And also these are the areas where usually the Derma Stamp doesn't reach, so this is where I just go quickly over. And I always do my neck. Next I will be using the 0.5 Dermapen, always making sure that it's sanitized beforehand. I start usually here, and then I just usually go and stamp. You actually can hear my skin piercing, but you actually can't probably hear this, but I'll just go closer. So basically the Dermapen goes much deeper than the Dermaroll. So I really can hear the skin piercing, and sometimes I see blood actually coming out as well. Oh. I only do this like once, so I basically just make sure that all the area is covered and go through it quickly as possible, because it is quite, it's not pleasant, let's put it. It's this way, it's not like painful, let's say it's some operation or I don't know, maybe childbirth or tooth extraction, I don't know, but it's painful enough, I suppose. So you can see that my forehead is quite red, and you can also see few blood spots. And then I usually just go, this is my problem area, so wherever your problem area is, you actually want to go over couple of times, not couple of times, 3 times max. So and I usually turn the derma around and then just pierce one more time. So you can see blood is piercing. I usually just don't really mind the blood. I just leave it as it is because it kind of dries anyways. And then I usually go from here all the way down. So just make sure you cover all the area. And then this is one of my problem areas as well, so I usually kind of concentrate more here. I want the collagen basically to grow, and I want my cheeks to be full, so I kind of try extra to get some more collagen going here. And then, ouch. It actually is, I'm not gonna lie, derma rolling is less painful than derma stamping. again. So I'm not sure actually which one is more effective. I think this is definitely more effective. I have definitely seen more difference than with a derma roller, but I think a derma roller is a good way to start, because this is actually quite painful. And then, like for my nasolabial folds, I usually do this and pierce. Ouch. Oh. Then you can always concentrate on the area where you kind of need. My problem areas would be like around the eyes here, and this one, and the nasolabial folds. So I used a smaller Derma Stamp actually for around the eyes for my crow's feet, and I also go into the furrows as well, like once again with this one. And on the next one, I usually only use this one around my eyes and on my lips. So the other side. Oh, this definitely has improved the lines where I had them. I usually here have a line as well, so I should go with this one as well. So this is really nice for kind of a spot treatment. And I go also again with this one on my nasolabial folds. Okay. So I also have like a little scar here, so I'm kind of, it actually has almost disappeared, and this is pretty much due. I have been doing derma rolling now for over a year and a half, for almost 2 years now, and this definitely has helped with the scar that I had here, and also on the scar on my nose, and also on the scars here as well. So, and I just go on my nose as well where I have the scars. I have this scar because a boy actually pushed me so hard once that when I was a child. I mean, that was not when I was actually 7 years old. A boy actually pushed me so hard on the street that I actually almost like it. Actually, I think my nose is broken. You know, as you can see, it's not straight completely, and that scar is actually disappearing. And like everyone said, oh my gosh, he pushed you because he liked you. Like seriously, he should be in a prison for breaking my pretty nose, you know what I mean? Like, oh, boys. So anyways, I survived clearly. Next I'm gonna do my lips. So basically I also start at the back. I start at the end and then I just go all the way in. This is also very painful, so I won't be talking. And I can't be talking clearly, so I just go and push this in. This is like literally like fillers. Ah, it's painful. So basically just push it in. This definitely has increased the size of my lips. And then so once I'm finished with this, I apply collagen serum that I make myself. So basically it has like a vitamin E in it, and primrose oil and frankincense, myrrh, frankincense, myrrh, rose oil and carrot seed oil and helichrysum oil. I also started using tretinoin 0.5 about maybe 2 months ago, and this definitely has helped as well with the line. So when I'm using a tretinoin, I use it like usually 2 to 3 times a week, depending. And every time, like, I don't use the tretinoin and Dermapen or Derma rolling on the same day, and I also like only use them when I'm using tretinoin. I only use the tretinoin on the day. You should also check that video out as well. I found it to be good, especially because I pay only €2.80 for that, for the Catrol tretinoin, and it's really good actually. Like, my lines are actually quite hardly visible, so I think all of these treatments, also the Dermapen and the Dermastamp and the Dermarolla and the tretinoin are definitely helping with the lines. So basically I just kind of warm it up. I just warm it up before in my hands, and I'll just press this in. My lips. Get an extra drop there where it's really needed, like here. I might show you as well once how I do that, the serum. It's actually really, really good. I really love essential oils and generally any kind of oils, facial oils. I hardly buy any cosmetics really because, well, what's the point? It's much more effective and more cheaper if you can make your own. So, and this is basically the face. So I would not recommend doing this if you have like a event on the same day. So definitely do this like a two days maybe beforehand, or even like a 1 day should be fine as well, because next day when I wake up my skin is like really nice and plump and glowing. So, but definitely not if I don't put any makeup on. So I like to do this in the evenings, or don't go to in the sun, because this is definitely more, Derma Stamp is definitely more invasive than the Dermarolla. It definitely goes deeper into the skin. It definitely encourages more of the collagen growth. As you can see with the Derma Stamp, is like, you know, the needles are very quite wide space, and this is what you want actually. You want the needles to be wider space, because imagine of a needle bed when you're lying on a bed of needles, as you usually would do. It's like when they're like two spaced together, it's not hurtful. It doesn't hurt your skin as much as if they're like far wider space as with this one. So it should be always like that. I bought actually both of those on Amazon. I put also a link below, and I'm really, really happy with them. I can definitely recommend these. So this is my skin before, and I will show you the skin how it looks like tomorrow morning when I wake up. And this is my skin next morning. As you can see, there's slightly bit of redness, but actually not much to be seen. As I said, I have the redness here because I got a little bit over jealous. This is where my problem area is, and I always kind of feel like more is more, but with Dermastamp definitely not. So it's better actually to do this, like, let's say twice a week, or like once a week is actually enough than to get this redness. But you can easily do this twice a week, so every three days would actually do as well, but I usually personally do this once a week. So I usually would then apply on like I will use ceramidine, or I will use like a BB cream, because it has a panthenol in it, and that's actually wound healing. I also use sometimes Vitaliza. I'm not really too crazy about it. It's from Dr. Yard as well. Vitaliza 2.1. I'm not too crazy about this one. It's quite good, but I prefer the serum. So basically I would just apply a couple of layers of all of these. A bit of a panthenol. So, and I kind of just mix them together and then press it into my skin. My hands. I have this, like, one of the beauty tips that I can give you now is, like, I use all the creams I use in my face, on my décolleté, my neck, and my hands. Never forget the hands. And one of the most important things to use next morning is sunscreen. I use SPF 50. This is from Eliza Vecca. It's one of the Korean brands as well, and I actually quite like it. I probably will buy again. And it leaves like a bit of a white cast, but I don't mind it because my skin is sallow naturally, and I kind of feel like it brightens the tone because it has like a kind of a pink to it. So I just apply that one. And voila. And see, the skin is glowing again. This will usually heal then pretty much. The redness will be gone by the end of the evening or pretty much the next day. So if you have like anything going on, don't press too hard as I did. So I will just now follow my makeup as I usually would. So I have applied the my eye makeup and my lip makeup and my eyebrows. So I will show you now how I'm covering up the redness basically. So because the skin is very kind of moist from the creams that I have applied, I will be using the Becca concealing cream in Ultimate Coverage. So all I do is like I take like the tiniest amount, see how much I use it. I love it really so much, and this is how much you need pretty much for the full face. So I will just put this usually in my hands and warm it up with my fingers, and then just usually just press it in where I need the coverage. I generally use very little foundation. It's more that I use a concealer because I just think it gives like a nicer skin. And usually I don't use powder either, so I usually have this with me, and I would apply it throughout the day if needed. But most of the time it's not needed. I don't touch my skin during the day either, so. And I will finish off with my favorite pot rouge. See, it's almost coming to an end. It's Bobbi Brown in Powder Pink. And I just would apply this to the apple of my cheeks. When you're applying cream blush, always start with the smallest amount and then just work it up, because it's always easier to add than to deduct. Anyways, this is basically what my skin looks next day with makeup. As you can see, the Becca concealer covers pretty much everything up, and I didn't find it to be irritating to the skin as well. So if you can, actually, it's probably the best to leave the skin with no makeup the next day as well, just to make it heal. But I have to leave the house, so I don't want to be asking, oh my gosh, what happened to your skin? So now I just want to say quickly how these three compare. Like if you say, oh, what is the difference now? I feel like that the Derma is like way less invasive as the Derma Stamps, because you really have much more control how much you're pressing into the skin, and I can really hear the skin piercing. It's like, you know, when you pierce skin, you can actually hear it, and I just know that the needles go way deeper than the dermal roller would, because you will be kind of derma rolling. With derma roller, I found I have also 0.25 that I use pretty much like almost every day, just for the penetration of the product, or for the serums that I make, and I kind of, it works well for that. But now I find like it's a good start to start with, let's say 0.5 Dermarolla if you're new to this, and then start with the Dermapen, because they are more invasive. So if you have sensitive skin, I probably would not use the Dermapen. I think, and also what I like about the Derma Stamp, that would not use the Derma Stamp, sorry. Well, another thing that I actually really like about Derma Stamp is that it's like you can, if you have like a more damage, like let's say, you know, with, well, they have more sun damage, but I have like a scars here, and also have like a starting lines forming here. Like I can definitely do more of a controlled derma needling than I could with the Dermarol. I feel like the Dermaroller is kind of good starting product, so I kind of feel like that I actually use more the Derma Stamps than the Dermaroller. But as I said, it's better to start off with the Dermaroller and then move on to the Derma Stamps. I will link all of these products actually in the description box, so you can see where I got them. But as I said, if you don't get them in your country, you obviously can just get a similar product. So you can see, if you click on the product, you can see what they are, and you can get them somewhere else similar. So anyways, I hope this video was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. This will help me out a lot, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.